Mm-mm. All right. Wah.
Yeah, we are in Wah.
Wah.
Wah. Let's see. So I'm just gonna share the group public link with the various live streams right now.
I just sat down to start streaming. This is the perfect opportunity.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity for you. I'm really surprised you hadn't heard of them before. Camellia is pretty well known in VR chat spaces, anyway. Is
this where we're doing a meet and greet?
Yeah. Let's start at WoW, and then we'll jump to Camelia's World Reverb.
Alright, let's invite them here then.
I did. Hopefully. Okay. Yep. Oh, maybe we're going to chorus?
That's where they... Yeah.
Oh, they went there. Oh, okay. Do you want me to meet them there?
I mean, I thought that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to chorus, and so they made a chorus.
Oh, I thought we were doing... Oh, I thought we were doing... Okay, I thought we were doing Vanessa's booth first. Okay. Did they make it group spots or no?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Well, let's check that then. So we go to groups, we go to Virtual Market VKET GT group, and there should be 3 in chorus. Okay, I guess we'll join them there. Yeah, it is group public.
Hello, welcome. We're just gonna do a little meet and greet here. I don't know what we're gonna be up to, but we have the VKET 5, Music VKET 5 ambassadors. I'm one of the few people that got to open for Music VKET on the musician side, so I'm very lucky to be on all these tours. I'm always on a VKET tour, it seems. The screen is black because I am loading, and we will shortly be in the world. But welcome.
Welcome back. All right. Let's see.
Right.
Just pasting some links real quick.
Yeah.
We got three streams going at the moment, so. All right, there we go. Okay.
You sent me on a wild goose chase one. I was trying. I
I'm so sorry
to see what was going on, and you already left the instance.
Yeah. We have big events all throughout VR chat. Welcome.
Instance with your fans. Feel free. Let me get you the Discord. Or let me on Discord. I'll send it to the channel on Discord.
Thank you.
There you go. That's the one we're in right now.
Ah, I see. That's the link.
I was lucky. It was when you left. I was worried we wouldn't be able to set up the instance with you gone, but I luckily checked to see if I had permission to do so.
You do.
Just laying that line. We're gonna make it like short,
think
a short meet
about-
and greet. Probably like at least 30 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, however long
I'd
you
say
guys are
honestly, we
willing
can
to
just.
stick
I was gonna say like we can just run it for as long as people want to stick around. There's really no limit. I
around.
don't
We don't
think.
have to
So if
stream the whole
like
time.
if Kame wants to like
Oh, no, 'cause,
if
Chris
Camellia
really
wants
has
to
to
take off
get
early,
going.
then they can take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they want to take off early, they can, but we don't have to close down the entire instance.
Oh yeah, of
We can
course.
just keep it going.
Yeah, we can keep the instance going.
Yeah.
I've been in here
If
all
you
day
guys are okay
singing
with it.
one. It's been fun. People
Nice.
like it. We need more people doing it. I don't
Corbell
see
has
any-
actually been one of our musicians. Actually, during the very first part of VKET, of Music VKET 5, they were singing in the Artifacts group.
Yeah,
as
they were
well,
the
so-
Artifacts.
Hello.
They're also a host at Midnight Melodies,
Yeah.
2 groups I'm a part of.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we just do
Yeah,
big events
lots-
that are
lots of-
no
lots of
banners,
musical
just
group-
events. Events for events' sake. Music for music's sake.
Yep.
Pretty much.
If it's okay with you, Peace, I did want to. I've worked with Camellia obviously before. Music VKET 4, I built the stage we called Alternate World that they performed at, and then shortly afterwards they were at VR Chat's New Year's Eve celebration. It was one of the coolest things to see you pull out the VR cat plushie and like put it on the studio during that. So it was like one of the best moments. I was super hype on Twitch during that. It was a lot of fun. And you've got the whole concert up on your YouTube, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's on my YouTube. Like, thanks to like allowing me to like upload the whole video onto.
Of course. Yeah, so in Japan you have to do a lot of licensing. Some of the only a couple of the songs had to be pulled out due to the publisher, but so most of it's there. But yeah, I wanted to ask. So I know that initially you were approached by, I think it was probably Virtually who sent you a message or DM on Twitter, right? About coming to Music VKET, and then later on from the company. So I was a little detached, mostly because of I was working on the world more than anything. But I wanted to ask you, so what was it like? I know we had a studio in Tokyo that you and some of the other artists were in that we broadcasted from. So what was that experience like? Like, how did that come about?
Like the experience of a like whole shooting like experience, I guess.
Yeah, for like a mixed reality show like that. What was it like?
For the recording side, like shooting like the video side, I'm kind of used to like doing it without like any audience. So I was just like
Right.
doing it like without any audience. So that was kind of like it appears to some people, but I was just like okay, I was just doing that, and I think you can tell my gigs are quite like energetic. So there's always like noise compliance like issue. So I don't want to do that like in my like studio or like slash my house. So
Right.
it's kind of great to like have like studio to rent to shoot it like outside of my house basically.
Yeah, and just be able to go a little crazy, be as loud as you want,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's very cool.
That was why actually I was using my real avatar instead of like my
Yep.
avatar, like 3 avatars. So yeah, that was kind of like one of my restrictions that like shooting on like VR I always have. So I needed to like overcome that like restriction to be honest, but that was working really great thanks to like shooting stuff, like hickey stuff, like everyone who like helped me to like shoot that.
Yeah, big shout out to the VR CDN too. We ran a relay that night, so we had the live studio with Nitsu, and as well as members of Hickey from home as well running relay, and then the world itself with Virtually and myself manually operating the lights for you and all the particle effects that happened that time. And so we were up there essentially shooting off all of the lights and particle effects and blinking them in time with the music that was coming in, and it was all like, I don't know, sub 1 second, so it was pretty good. And that's coming from Japan as well, so it was a really good experience. It worked out really well. We came. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then you got approached pretty much right away from for VR Chat after that, right? To do the New Year's. Do you think it was because you did Music VKET that they noticed that you would do shows in VR Chat?
Actually, I didn't know why like they started like contact me, but actually they knew I was playing VRChat like really hard, and I am too like still. So I think that's
Yep.
that explains. I guess I they actually knew like I was like heavy VRChat player, so
That's true.
that-
Yeah.
that worked out. That worked out with my like, personal preferences.
That's awesome. No, it's good to hear. Your show, I got up really early to go to that. It was really fun. I think I spent the whole day in VR and then charged like 3 or 4 times. Like so, in between every single show, I was like sitting down on my couch with all my things plugged in, and then I would go to the next show during New Year's, and it was just every like major continent's New Year's I was like there. So starting with yours, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sadly I missed it because I had like a headache when I got up. I was just like,
Oh,
I was
I hear ya.
bummed. I couldn't make it.
There's always the live streams too. That's one of the best parts of these is having both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
I think
I'm sorry.
yeah, being there and watching.
Are we
like,
live
the-
right now, or
We are,
I
yes.
think there's like 3 or 4 streams
we are.
live.
thank you.
Yeah, but like,
Holy
yeah.
shit. Okay. Never
And
says.
kind of did a on the spot interview.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
had to
was
do
gonna
it. I had
do
to
it
ask. We
anyways.
didn't get a chance. We
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
was
a
gonna
chance
do
to
it
hang out,
anyways.
so definitely would. So you have a booth here in yes, I'm going to answer a question on the stream also, yes. So Camellia actually has a booth in Reverb. This is Chorus, right?
Yes.
Did you guys want to jump? Yeah, did you guys want to jump to Reverb to see Camellia's booth first before we go?
We can. We'd have to create a new
Yeah.
public if that's the case.
That's okay. It's in there. I will share it with everybody as well. So in all 3 streams. So we'll do that. I'd love to see your booth. Let's do that
Yeah,
too.
same.
Well, we'll definitely do that, and then do you want to do this one since we actually have mine here before we go, or?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh, yours is here
We
too.
don't
I
have
didn't
much-
realize you hadn't done it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We can take.
Yeah, no, we didn't do it because we were waiting for you to come back, and
oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we can go check your booth. Give me
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll do.
Mine was block. This way. There we go.
I didn't realize you guys hadn't done that already.
No, we have not. It is not this block. I do. Forgive me. It's been a little bit.
No
Yeah.
worries.
I have to remember exactly. I think it was the actual one across. So I think it went the opposite way. Yeah, it's the one across. I went the opposite way. No? Wait, what?
No.
Where is?
There's one more
I think
left.
the last section over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's always the
there's
last
over
one you
here.
check, right?
It's always the last one. It's always got to be the last one I check.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, here it is. Okay.
Ah, there you go. Nice.
My own stuff is in Japanese, so I'm gonna have fun pretending like I can read it. No, but actually,
Well, you got
so-
both English and Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, this one I
Awesome.
definitely made sure I wanted to do for the graphics is get both the English and Japanese variant because obviously I don't speak Japanese, but I wanted to make sure that I could reach out as much as I could. So I literally just took all I wrote in English, and before I fully made the graphic, I just put it in Google Translate.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, but pretty much yeah. So this is obviously my booth. Over here we have a demo of actually. Funny enough, this song was used as my debut for my model here that I'm wearing. But yeah, so,
Very nice.
so obviously yeah. So with my kind of stuff, obviously, I'm not really promoting an actual particular song or album or things like that. What I actually am promoting is I do custom commission work. I mostly started out with just content creators, but obviously I've been broadening that like as I've been doing this over the years. But basically, more or less, if you're looking for any sort of custom song, either full song at 3 to 5 minutes, or even just an intro for like a starting soon screen on a stream, or whatever reason you need it, I basically offer that here. So yeah, my prices always obviously vary depending on what you're asking for. All the actual stuff is mentioned here. But with this one, obviously the intro, which is like a minute 30 to a minute 30 to 2 minutes long, is $40 in USD. Obviously, if you're on the Japanese, I actually went through the process of calculating how much it is in yen. But yeah, so that is $40 US dollars, and then obviously a full song, which is 3 to 5 minutes, will be 60. And then obviously, if you have like any sort of major big custom requests, then it's an additional amount of like 20 per request. But obviously, most people, it's just kind of commonly just the base price. But yeah, obviously
It's not
it's
bad
custom.
for a
It's
music
completely
commission. It's not bad at all.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's basically I try to offer as much as I can. Obviously, the status here is actually based on how I do my building. So this one, obviously, here I'll actually have to switch to English real quick. So I will be right back to continue this segment.
Yeah, I probably should switch to English as well. I'll be right back.
And as soon as they're done with that, we'll drop over to chorus.
As I mentioned to Chad before,
reverb
I'm too used to the last two VKETs where it automatically translated to English because it detected where I was locally.
Okay.
So I'm not used to manually switching that. But as I was saying, now that I can actually read this, apologies, I'm still trying to. I eventually want to learn Japanese, but
Yeah.
with this is actually based on how I do my development of the song. So these are the kind of stats. Song example is kind of the lowest one we'll start with. This is where if a client sends me over like an example song that already exists that I can use as a basis to kind of start the idea, that's something I highly recommend with that kind of client, obviously, but it's the least amount of stuff I use on it. So obviously inspiration from that track is I try not to get it to where it sounds like that track pretty much.
Okay. Yeah.
And then obviously the second one up is by my own experience. Like I said, I've been at this for a decade now, so I have just built up years and years of working with music like this. So a lot of this kind of is just through what I think sounds good and obviously what I've done and what people have been happy with over the years. So that's just a little bit of that. And then obviously the major one, which is the biggest like drive home in this for my custom work, is obviously by client request. So when I do a commission, my main goal is to make sure I'm communicating with my client, make sure that what I'm sending them like maybe at least 4 or 5 demos as I'm developing it to make sure that what I'm creating still sounds good to them. If I need to change up something, it is all through communication to that client, and I get it as closely as what they want.
Yeah, sounds good. Like, yeah, definitely go check out Wolfie's booth. And also, if you have any commissions, definitely ask him. He's right there. His booth's right here. You can just click on the button to access it.
And you can get a hold of me actually via my DMs on Twitter here, which is linked, as well as I have, it is put right here in the description. I have a link tree, which will have all my links from my Twitch channel to everywhere where you can get a hold of me. I have a Discord server as well as my own. Obviously, my DMs are open as well in Discord. So, Discord, Twitter, either one, you can message me on there, and I can definitely offer my services.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, thank
I'm gonna
you.
drop a portal
Sure.
now to it's Reverb, right? For
Yes,
Camellia's
let's go
booth.
see
And we'll take a
Camilla's.
look at theirs.
Yeah, let's go check out Camilla's booth. And we'll be right back.
Screen's gonna go dark here for just a moment. Here's a intermission screen. Can I make like a fade in? I wonder if I could do that. Properties. Transform. Nah, doesn't look like it. Dang it. Welcome back.
There we go. Cool. Just gonna quickly copy that link into all of the sections for everybody, too, so it's easy to find.
I'm playing the Music VKET and Winter VKET application videos while we have dead time.
Nice. Hi, Jay.
It's not a bad choice. I'm seeing that going on.
Long time no see.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. You got a bit of feedback going on there.
Yeah.
No, like make sure you use push to talk. We are live on Twitch and YouTube as well right now. Okay.
Unfortunately, my tracking died like mid through my thing, so I don't know how long that was
All
good
right.
for.
It's all
Welcome
good.
to the Music VKET
It wasn't
River
bad.
World. Music VKET 5. I've
All
been
right.
here
Do you know where
all
you're at in
day,
here?
right
Let me share
smack
this
dab in
with
the
you.
middle singing. Woo.
This is the current one. There you go.
There you go.
So if you want to post it anywhere, there's your shot to do that.
Yeah.
So do you know where you're at?
I think I'm on the B square, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
B and reverb.
Mine's like there, the other side.
Oh,
What's that?
for Venomous sake, this is your latest track, right?
Oh yeah, it's this
One of the
one.
latest is one of the latest tracks.
Well, why don't you pop in here and tell us all about it?
Actually, this is the one of the. Okay, this is the lightest Vocaloid track. If we specifically talk about like Vocaloid track. But then talk about like this is kind of like fast, so I just want to put it here to enjoy visitor to take some like my music. My music like varies like from very chill to up to so intense. So I'm not sure if it represents my music genre at all, but I think it's like great to hear, great to listen to. So
Hmm.
You definitely
I just,
have a wide. You definitely have like a wide. Like you run the gamut. Like you actually have like a very wide range of musical styles that you use.
Diversity.
Everything from there's like Vocaloid to like Vocaloid all the way up to your like some of the more chill stuff, and all the way up to like what was the joke in your Discord, like 768 BPM, something like that. something like that. What was the meme was there? It was like 700 BPM track. But yeah, it's interesting to see you've got a wide variety of music there, and you've done music commissions recently for some pretty famous VTubers too, right? So you did that
Oh, yeah.
mashup for Mista, and you also helped produce Iron Mouse's latest track, right?
yeah, latest one of the latest. Actually, this her first original song, I guess. It's not the latest song, but it's like her, one of the
Yeah.
like original songs, and it worked really great, and it worked really like amazing for Mista as well.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm glad that there was a lot of positive feedback on that. I really like Wife Jam. Did you what was it like working with Visojo and like how did they find it? Like how did you I'm sure lots of people want to know like how do they get to the point where they're noticed like that? What do you think is the trick to getting noticed in the industry? Besides Music VKET, right? I gotta throw that out there.
Shameless
I have no
advertisement
idea.
there.
I was just
This is something
I've been, go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, go for it.
I mean, I've been like making something I really want to create for like decades. So I actually don't have like any idea why I'm recognized by like such many people. But I think that works for like connecting the nature of this world has such as like connecting people. I think like connecting like a lot of people through a lot of like scenes like rhythm game, Vocaloid, subculture, like internet-based like VTubing culture is quite like interesting and works as like my how to say like promoting my stuff to like people to people like
You're saying trying to get him, yeah, trying to get involved with as many of those scenes that have overlapping users, right? Is that the idea?
I guess so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if like what works for like which people, but I think it works for me, and my variety of music fits into the role, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think the role of social media has to do with it, right? Like, do you find that it's a lot of it has to do with Twitter and Discord, or is
There
it
you go. Volume fixed.
Is it more like
Audio
YouTube,
fixed.
or what do you think?
So Twitter is dying, so. But actually, like using as much of, like many of, as how do I say like sorry. As many as you can think of, like socials, is better for you because like there's much more possibility to people to find your work through their like tool. So I've been using like Twitter, YouTube, and Discord as like my socials, but I think it's like better to have a lot of like, alternative like Instagram. I'm not sure if Instagram as works as like alternative for Discord or Twitter, but having like a lot of options other than socials is great.
I agree. But may I ask you, Camellia, what got you into music?
The first step, I guess.
Yeah.
So the person who introduced me to make music was the like one of the earliest stage of like internet friends, like a friend that I have no idea who he was or she was in the real life, and they asked me to like create their own theme music without like any knowledge, and I said, yeah,
Oh, wow.
okay, that would sound fun. So I like started like creating music with like MIDI editor, which is like creating how to say like city music without any kind of
like a MIDI editor. Oh.
yeah, exactly. And I try to like create a random bunch of like shoot at the moment, but it turned out like it was really great, like fun to work with like music stuff and instruments as well. I always have things for having like great instruments, like actual like musical instruments. So it turned out like it triggered me to like keep creating music, and it turned out I've been working on like music for over the decades.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, is there any inspiration when you like make the music?
Like usually, recently, I guess.
Yeah, like inspirations, like
like
stuff like
Any
you like
artists that you take a lot of inspiration for and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's like from like other than music, like from like movies, manga, anime, games, or actually go outside for like any kind of stuff that just triggers me to create new things. Sometimes they just like,
if you could hear me right now, this is Camille Chemetech.
Creativity.
They DJ all over
And
VR
sometimes
chat.
it's like from
And
actually music.
They made like half of the
I think
tracks
I need to
for
say
Beat Saber.
my own source of my inspirations are from like going to club, which is like quite hard to go nowadays because of the Corona shutdown. It's getting back to like before Corona situation, but it's still really hard to go. So I think like listening to like a lot of like music that DJ plays in front of me was huge inspiration for me for a long time, and I'm now locked in place, so I think I'm like singing for like other places.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's been
VR
really
chat.
fun.
Yeah,
VR
yeah.
chat
I
has
was
like
gonna
a lot of
ask.
like gigs.
I was going to ask about that. Do you find that the VR chat replaced the club scene for you during the coronavirus pandemic? It definitely did for me. I rediscovered my love for live electronic music shows through VR chat. It's something I used to do a lot when I was young. I used to go to a lot of like
Oh, trust
raves
me,
and
don't I know it.
EDM festivals and that sort of thing. And do you find that VR chat like it feels a lot like the club scene and sometimes even a little bit better, right?
I definitely say it works in some way, but it doesn't work in some way. I need to explain.
It's different, right?
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah,
but
it's
you have
very
like
different.
taste, like the taste of the club music, club like
It's
club culture.
I think it's more or less like any kind of thing in that situation, like even just with songs, it's like if you're using it in the right context and the right setting, it can it can completely immerse you, and other times it can just completely break your immersion. So it all kind of depends
Exactly.
on when and where it is. It all depends on those kind of scenarios, and I mean, like that's the ultimate thing. Is it feels like I said, it's you're able to experience stuff like this as much as you would in the real world, and like you're able to like still have the connection, and even far more sometimes I think in VR chat, because now you're getting to club with like people all the way from like the other side of the world.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And last question. For someone who wants to like do music, do you have any advice or wisdom you want to share?
Sorry, would you repeat
Oh.
that?
For people who want to like do music, is there any like advice or wisdom you like to like say?
How, like where to start or what's the advice for them? Actually, there are two contradictory advices I have for like people who try to like get better at like making music. One is like be aware of burnout. Like it takes a long time to build up like your music knowledge, technique, or anything about that. So you need to like run for a long time, years, sometimes decades, to become the like person who you want to create. Like you create what you want to create. So you need to how to say, you don't have
I'm
to
loving every bit of
overdo
this.
to until you get sick of like making music. You sometimes need to like have rest, break from like getting away from like making music completely to get like air out. Sorry, I'm not sure how to say about it. Take time off from
Take a
your
break.
take a break. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, make sure you're taking breaks, because the last thing you want to do is get burnt out or writer's block.
Exactly. And that is the first advice. And the second one is the complete opposite. Like you need to spend a lot time to, getting better at making music. It takes a lot of time. Like people say, like practice 40 hours a day. It's kind of like running joke, like on some kind of like music, like YouTube channel, but practice 40 hours a day, and you need to work on music 40 hours a day if you want to really great at music. There's like, I know there's a like huge gap between those two, but you need to find the sweet spot that works for you, your motivation, your circumstances, what you want to.
If I can kind of jump in on this a little too, best thing I would also say, which is kind of a good middle ground between what you're saying, is one of the advice I actually have given some people with that is it's a good starting point to find like a music style that you're already passionate about. If you love listening to a type of song, it's always good to start there. That's a good foothold. It allows you to take what you already enjoy listening to
Yeah, me
and
as well.
branch out from that into what would later become your own unique style.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. You need to like listen to your music like 24/7, so you don't want to choose what you don't want to make. It's like
Exactly.
really obvious.
Yep, I get the
French
reference.
stuff.
It should be known that Camellia is a fan of two-set violin.
He got the joke.
I mean, hey, I can
Yeah.
respect it though. I'm a big fan. I take a lot of inspiration from Porter Robinson. He was the one I started with my kind of style.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
my
cool.
friend
So we
Aaron
actually have a fair number of people. Yeah, we have a fair number of people here. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
You said, is it you open
Um,
for some questions from the crowd here now?
The thing is,
Yeah,
we're
of
already
course.
past 30 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, we
Are
can
you
do it
okay
off
going a little
stream.
bit
We
over?
don't.
Yeah, are you okay with going a little bit further?
Yeah, a
You
little
got
bit,
things
little
to
bit, tiny bit.
Okay,
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 okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, let's
Okay,
all head down the center then. We'll get everyone to group over there, and we'll do the like meet
Yeah,
and greet
we'll do
there.
We're all coming down here.
Yeah.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Token. Girl, what are you doing? Get up on this stage.
I love anytime there's notes with that. It's you always get the little emoji with the pencil making notes in every chat, and we've seen that twice now. I love it.
I love it. I love it. It just reminds me of that like SpongeBob meme of write that down, write that down.
Write that down. It's good stuff. Okay, so
Put it on his
who's Tappa
keyboard.
Tappa? Yeah. So I know Sakura Rico. I know you were the first person to ask. So I guess we'll start there and we'll kind of just circle around. If you guys want to make a line so that we're not holding up everybody too long. I don't know how much time we have, but we'll try to go as fast as we can.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So they're gonna type and we're gonna relay.
I guess
Yeah.
sounds good.
Waiting on it now. VRChat has this lovely system for typed responses now.
You
Yep.
you want to
yeah.
like collaborate with like other artists and networks,
Yeah.
and so you need to know the way, I guess. Open up the network and collaborate with fellow artists. Network
Oh,
with
yeah, so-
you guys and collab.
Yeah, so what's the way, what do you think is the best way to collaborate with people like yourself? I can tell you from VKET perspective, the best way to collab is part of these events. So if you want to collaborate with other artists, what you're doing right now is the way to do that. So there's tons of musical groups inside VRChat. There's tons of there's Music VKET, which is like the biggest collaborative music event in here, and this is a great place to meet folks to do that kind of thing. Camellia, you have a Discord, right? As well, and I'm assuming a lot of people make music there together with each other.
Exactly. There's like all like artists, DJs, on all the talented people.
Hmm.
So the best advice is be in those spaces, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely like know where to look is like the biggest answer you can give there is because obviously Music VKET is a big example of like where you can find people, especially like a lot of aspiring artists that would love to collab. Like I'm a good example of that. I love collabing with people. It's like probably the most fun thing I always enjoy in terms of music making. So much so, like it's also like checking out other communities that are music driven. Like for example, Corbell here is part of like 2 music communities that I'm also a part of, which is Artifacts, which they did a event with Music VKit yesterday, and they're doing it on
Another
the
one
second,
coming on the
as
second.
well as and also they're a part of Midnight Melodies, which you get like a huge group of musicians together, and we kind of just go up on stage, show what we have, and pretty much we all have a good time talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thanks so much for that question. That's a good one. You'll know the main
Yes,
thing. The
good
last thing I'll
one.
leave with that is that this. You know for a fact that everyone who's here at Music VCAT is interested in being more well known or getting to know people, or being able for networking in the music scene. And this is like a really
Exactly.
really good way to find people who are actually interested in that. As I know sometimes it can be difficult if you try to break into a community and maybe they're not really open to new members. You'll know for the most part that most of the people here are interested in doing things together, like with SLT, like with VKET, like with the DJ scene in VR chat. The music scene in VR chat is huge, so this is a great place to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's very good
especially
place to
like
start.
VRChat in general
Mostly,
as well.
What do you type?
yeah. I mean, mostly VRChat in general. And I mean, like some of the biggest stepping stones to start is a lot of these conventions. You had like stuff like, for example, you have VKET, obviously. You have VRCon. You have Project Community. Like all these different conventions have come and go and like have basically all existed as one goal is to show what this platform has to offer and find a place that's good for you. And so like it's just, even if you're not too sure where to look and everything, going to events like these are like a very good place to start, because you can definitely find like at least someone that has the same interest as you.
Do we have any other questions from the crowd? I know we're running low on time here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Mine's really quick. Where do I stand on the camera?
Anywhere is fine.
Yeah, it's just fine. Yeah, right there is fine.
We're droning
Okay.
cameras around right now. It's all good.
There's like 5 cameras on you.
Gee, I feel nervous. Camellia, is your avatar also a Vroid that's based on your IRL appearance, or?
Oh, sorry. Is this the avatar based on my real appearance?
Yeah, and was it also made in Vroid, the avatar creator?
I can tell.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. Dab me up.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, actually, I made this
you go
like.
foam, and then you snap on the side.
At least
But yeah, what's up?
you can do a high five and virtually if you can't do it in real life.
So you made this? Did you make this one yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I made this one like myself, and I asked them the like 3D artist, like some like friends who did like 3D art for like a little bit of modification. So it's not exactly like fully done in VRoid, but like the base of the avatar is done by VRoid myself.
Oh, nice.
You mean you don't have cat ears in real life?
What?
Oh no!
Shit, I wish I had cat ears.
That was a box.
What was that?
Yeah, you mean you don't have Nekomimi in real life?
I cat ears.
You know what? That's gonna be a new goal for me, Len. Is anytime I ever get the chance to go to VKET real, I'm
Hello,
showing
thank
up like
you.
cosplaying as my own VTuber avatar now, just to show you I
We
can
have a
do
contest
this.
for that. We have a contest for that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Got the clothes in my
Anybody-
closet for this one too. Cosplay.
Anybody
look.
else here
Nice.
have any questions for the team for VKET? Deathmap, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I have somewhat kind of like a life advice. So things, for example, I'm a 2D artist, different. I use music to inspire myself. But what kind of daily habits do you do to keep yourself creative on the music side? Like
I guess I can answer this one
jogging,
first if you
hobbies,
want
and
me to
things
take
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
All right. So for me, it's actually a little more interesting of how I do my stuff, and most of it's actually through, believe it or not, I put on a little bit of a writer's touch on things. What I kind of do in order to get inspiration for a lot of my stuff is I can take inspiration from a song, from a show, from movie, or even just stuff IRL, and my goal is like my head will start to wander of like how can I make a story for that. And if I make a story like through that kind of inspiration, then that story becomes into music. Like basically almost I start making my own soundtrack for a story, essentially, is how I do my work. And that's kind of what keeps me motivated with making a lot of my music.
What about you, Camellia?
I think my workflow is kind of similar, and I think my style is a little bit more like systematic. I'm not sure if it's systematic or not, but I think in my cases I always like imagine the final product, and the final product should have the elements that final product should have. Then you backtrack from that to like what should I need to like implement to the music, like for example like chord progressions, such as like specific chord progressions that is associated with like certain kind of like emotions, stories, like climax, like build up on the release of the tensions.
You're
like
kind of similar in my method, but you just go in reverse, more or less. is
yeah,
what
I
it
guess,
sounds like.
yeah. So that's my motivation. Like I calculate the back calculate the workflow, I guess. Sorry,
So you imagine the complete song, and then you build the elements from like in reverse. That makes sense.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's
Very
a
interesting.
very efficient way
thank
of
you.
doing it. I might have to practice that at one point and just see how well it works. I'm learning something new.
That's really cool.
Okay.
It definitely
I
works.
think we can do one more. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you, Camellia. Just one question. What's more important for you, investing on equipment or learning a new skill, or learning your
sorry about
skills? What's more important?
It's okay.
I bet it's like on the what was that technique side, like the learning how to like make music side, and how's that like I was working on like MIDI editor at like the first like few years. That is like completely free without like I was just like really poor. I didn't have like any money to like spend on my hobby. So I just like randomly trying out like free stuff, free plugins, but it was just enough to like enjoy yourself to learn. So I think it's better to like have your starting point on the knowledge first, and if you get enough confidence in your music, then you need to like invest a little bit, little by little, to the equipment side, I guess. I think it's my advice.
But yeah, more or less, it's the same as like anything like in terms of VR chat. It's like the longer you spend in here, you're gonna eventually want to spend the money for like a headset, full body tracking. Eventually, it's the same thing with music. It's
true.
the same thing with music. We're very much you want to invest into it. Like if it's a passion you enjoy, it's always good to slowly invest into it and just keep building it up as time goes on.
Oh yeah. For Adu, do you have any for Adu? I think it's like right past the one, a little bit more past than expected.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry to hold
I think
everybody up. We're at 2 hours. We can end it here. Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any announcements or anything you wanted to say before we end the stream?
Camellia.
Actually, shall I bring out? Yeah. Actually,
You want to go left or right, or do you want to start with Camellia? Yeah. What do you have? You have a new track out that just finished. You have a track that just finished, right? And you can hear it here in Music VKET. Anything else you want to announce coming up?
Actually, I do have a lot of like tracks that are unreleased at the moment, but it's it takes time to release. So hope you are waiting for my like release in the future, and hope you enjoy my current existing works that you can enjoy on this VKET music VKET world as well. So thank you for checking and see you soon, I guess.
Yeah, be sure to follow them on all their social medias. If you want to find it, it's cametech.jp. So CAMETEK.jp.
Yeah, you can find them on his Spotify and I believe iTunes, right?
And Bandcamp and iTunes.
And Bandcamp.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Beat Saber.
All more really bangers. Definitely go check them out.
And in Beat Saber, yes.
Yeah.
And Beat Saber too.
Exactly.
Everybody, how are we?
So who else do we have here? I guess Vanessa, real quick.
Yeah.
So this is actually two main things that I'll be announcing, I think. First one more like first and foremost I want to say is actually I did make custom music for VKET that was unfortunately due to file size was not able to make it in. But you actually will be able to hear in two places. On the 28th and 29th, I'm actually, courtesy of Lon allowing me to do this, I'm actually doing open live performances of actually those songs. So if you guys want to look out for that, that'll definitely be in the global team group. So if you're not part of that, join in now for sure. But yeah, I'll be performing them live, as well as the fact of they will later on be released on my own YouTube channel. So yeah,
And where can we
if
find?
you're looking forward to some consistent, my YouTube is Vanessa Wolf GM. So it's youtube.com/Vanessa Wolf GM, and you'll find a lot of the music I've done, which all of it is for. I don't really promote it here. It's more of a person promotion I do, but basically all the music on there is actually royalty free. I don't claim anybody for it. So if you want to use it, then the music's there.
Awesome.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're here at Music VKET. I want to thank I want to thank these folks too. So, Peace, I thank you for putting this together,
Yes.
and Vanessa as well. Camellia, thanks so much for coming. I just wanted to I just want to promote Music VKET one more time. We also have we've also got Corbell over here who is going to be doing something with us on the 2nd. I'm sure they want to talk about that too. And you can find all of this information again at music5.vket.com. We're in the home row right now inside VR chat. So if you just go to the world's row, you'll see us as a featured list. We're right above Slyfest, which you should also check out tonight. If you have some time, they end at 1:30.
This is their last day. If you're available on VR chat, I would recommend go and check it out now because Lifefest does an amazing show.
Oh yeah, you don't want to miss it.
It's a good time. I'm going there right after this. Go ahead, Corbell. We're going to end the stream with you.
Yeah. We opened VKET Friday the 25th. We're going to close VKET September 2nd. And I hope we all do great. We had 16 artists on day one. I believe it's going to be the same for day or closing ceremonies on September 2nd. And then right after that, we are going to have P30 on September 29th. Our last show had about 11,000 attendees, so we hope to put on the best show we can for VKET and then move on to greater ventures. And I'll be here. I've been representing VKET the entire time. I've been here in this space playing the VKET opening ceremony or singing for people the entire time I've been here for the last several days. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you for giving us the space. Yeah, thank you for giving us the space.
For do?
Yeah, please do. Please. And as a reminder, if you guys are coming to this and you have music and you aren't in the festival, obviously come and check it out for next time. But you can come to our spaces in here and you'll see a lot of users walking in. So it's a great place to promote your stuff. And that's why we have video players and stuff in here for you. So
And an added bonus to that as well. If you weren't tuning in earlier on the stream, it's like definitely if you're a artist that wants to get your name out there for sure, sign up for this. It is completely free to sign up for a booth.
Exactly.
Yep, the sponsors
There's no
in the
fee,
opening
nothing.
and the entrance
It
will
is
pay for it. Yep. They're
exactly.
here for you.
And that is really simple to apply to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
really
like one
simple
form
to
and
apply
you're
to. Really simple to it's really simple to apply to and really simple to set up if you get accepted. It's a really nice, clean system, and you get to work with an amazing team like VKET.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Woo,
It's such a good experience too.
Expensive clapping for VKET.
Expensive clapping.
Expensive clapping.
Break all the index controllers.
Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
For do.
No indexes were harmed during the making of this live stream.
Can't guarantee that. Let's let Peace Light sign off here.
Yes.
I would say thank you for everyone for coming, especially to you, Camellia, for taking your time to be part of the stream. It was a really pleasure.
For sure. It was an honor meeting you.
Exactly. And also thanks to Lon and Shadow, for organizing this. Shadow. For organizing, and also Vanessa as well for collabing with me on this as well.
Glad for having me come by.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thanks so much. Yeah, no, it was a great opportunity to be able to collab with you.
Thanks for sticking along with us,
Also-
everyone. I appreciate it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, thank you. Like, honestly, thank you, Camilla and Lund, like, for sure, because this is definitely taking a lot of time out of your guys' busy schedule. So I really
all
appreciate
good.
you guys, like, being able to make it. Like, same thing with you,
That's what it's
Cheto,
all
because I
about.
know you're, like, a big key
Oh,
on this
yeah.
live stream. So we appreciate you actually doing
Yeah.
coverage here today.
Mhm.
Thank you, thank you.
Chad's saving my life. Definitely follow everybody here on social medias if you want to hear if you want to be the first person in the know for this. We have a Discord. Amelia's got a Discord. There's a
He was here at the very end, but make sure you follow Corbell. He's a great singer.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Great place to meet everybody.
Yeah, definitely,
Alrighty.
definitely support everyone that's in the who submitted for Music VKET, especially Camellia and Vanessa Wolf as well, and Cabela as well.
Yeah, give them a follow if you
Definitely
haven't.
support all the artists. Yeah,
Yeah.
support all the artists here, for sure, and also definitely give
Making
them
cool
some
stuff
love,
in a
for
virtual
sure.
space.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
But without further ado, you'll have a good evening and good afternoon, and I'll announce when I do the next stream. All right.
Yep.
Peace.
Yeah, look out for
Johnny.
Win some stuff. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but with that being said,
Before we
Yeah, thanks.
everyone leaves and stuff, I would like to get a picture of everyone if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Especially everyone
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
as well.
Sure. Group photo.
Group photo.
Sure.
Here, let's actually just have them all pile up over at one of the bars here.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll have them
Anybody got a
pile
bottle?
up at the counter.
I don't have a Music VCAT logo that I can
for
toss
you.
up top.
I got a bottle. There we go.
I was about to RP.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, can I?
Great.
Yeah,
Water break.
that was one of the most recent updates.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess I need some water. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah, no, but like of their own Avi.
Is
So,
it okay? She can join?
Yeah, I have them as well.
So how long?
Here, you know what, Corbell? I can cover you with a drink too. Here we go.
Where's the chattel? Okay, there we go. I always have to do this. This is customary now. I gotta sit on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes. Any chance you get with Chad to do that?
Yes, always.
All right.
Hold on.
Hold on.
alright.
World space.
Which camera should we
Your
look
chat's
at, by the
camera
way?
is-
You'll look at Peace Lights, I
It's like
think,
four of
because
them.
Peace Lights the main one.
Yeah.
Split your eyes. Use your eye look.
I don't have. I just had the VRC. It just goes all over the place.
My underway, sir. Hope not.
This is why I
There
need
we
a
go.
Quest Pro. So I can actually look.
I don't know where to go.
I'll go down here. Make myself
when-
small, maybe.
Alright.
What's the saying we're gonna do on the countdown piece?
And 1, 2, 3, and then we say peace.
Peace.
Okay.
All right.
Peace.
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 No, right now, not right now.
Okay.
Peace.
All right, everyone, harmony. No.
Okay, we're waiting for one person, then we take the picture. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right, peace.
All right.
She said she'll join us
I'm
later.
losing circulation
she's
in my
here. I
right
hit her.
arm.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, she's here. She just joined.
All right.
Okay. For sure.
You guys ready? Ready yet? Almost ready?
So we're just waiting for one person.
Okay.
She's... Yeah, sorry about that.
Gonna pull
It's all good.
myself
Alright.
from this.
Where's...
Come on.
Oh, Sheila.
Oh no, she
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
All right.
Oh.
Picture.
Yeah, we'll take the picture.
Yeah, sorry.
Smile through the
Ready?
pain.
Ready?
Smile through the pain.
Ready?
Go, get
Yep.
this camera. Okay. Ready?
Smile.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Peace.
Peace.
I'm just-
Sorry again.
A little lower.
All right.
A little higher.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it again. Fuck. Okay.
Excellent.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Oh.
Okay, ready?
I wish I had virtual tears. I could cry right now.
Oh no.
Do you think this is bad? You do not want to know what I had to do on the filming of my teasers for my debut.
I got an idea
Oh,
for that
man,
in the next VKET, I think.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
I have no idea what I filmed for my own docuseries.
5, 4,
I've seen
3,
horrible things.
2, 1.
All right.
Everyone for coming.
Yay.
So no, what I want to mention is during my debut trailers, there was two trailers, there was 2 teasers specifically. I had to stand still for almost half an hour straight in the same pose.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean,
okay.
You also, for some
these
reason,
are bad.
propose
Thank
to
you so
drop
much.
yourself
Oh,
in
thank you
everything
so much, man.
related
I'm
with
gonna stream this
VKT.
one.
No, it's all good.
It's always fun.
I am meant to be the clumsy team lead, okay? And that's not even like dangerous. I'm literally falling on a bed mattress. That's all I'm falling on, so I'm not even hurting myself doing
on the
that.
server, on the lower Maui server.
Okay.
Sorry, don't be.
But yeah,
Don't be a stranger.
quick plug. Yeah, quick plug.
I tried to.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Normie as well.
How you say you're on
as much as
desktop?
I possible.
Hold on. How you say you're on desktop? You got full body jacket. What's up with that?
But yeah, don't.
It's not full body. It's
Um,
actually full body
they're-
estimation.
they're not in VR.
So it's
Oh,
fake
they're-
full body.
they're
So it just
FBE.
looks a little bit better.
Big body.
Understandable.
I guess.
So
Yeah, well,
what
understandable.
FBE is, or full
Support
body
equal
estimation,
body.
it's essentially, if you've seen like people that use like Kinect mics to do their full body, it's what it's doing. It's basically guessing where his body is and applying full body to it, the model.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I see. I've heard of
Wait,
it.
I was just
You
saying.
got
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
the
great.
Maui server.
That looks cool.
I heard about this.
It's the same
Yeah,
album.
definitely don't be a stranger.
A friend of mine,
Yeah, I know.
a friend of mine
And
fitted
the
the
promotion on that. I
outfit
just
for
tried to
it.
do
so-
some
Yeah,
interviews
you
as
can
well,
do
so
it.
I'm
It's
able
awesome.
to come to this as well. It's super cool.
I like that you kept the old
The
jacket
Yoshi
from your old
thing,
model.
Like,
I have seen that name before.
Yoshi thing?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was in
Oh, for music
Yoshi.
VKET, or for
Yeah,
for
that
winter
one,
VKET.
yeah.
Both of them
Are you okay?
If you go
Dan?
on Discord, you'll find information there.
So I can
Yeah,
probably give you a hint.
VKET is
They worked with Sour in one of their works. That might be why we recognize them.
And
Sournetic.
Music VKET is Music5.
They were one of the coders.
Next Music VKET will have
Unfortunately,
sign-ups for that
I
as
think
well.
it was more that they met. I think it was more that they saw me when I joined on one time.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe. Maybe. True.
Project
Thank you so
community
much.
stuff. I can't word.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, a towel. They have everything here. What's this?
Because of the subject matter.
There we go.
I mean,
But yeah,
Thank you.
no, it's an honor. It's an honor to meet you. For
I
sure.
just don't know.
It's great to meet you and having time.
Are they all the same? Flowers and stuff.
Meeting somebody like with as much like stature as you have is like.
Dang it, they're all the same. That was gonna be pretty nature.
what kind of
My wife is going to join me,
Sand
but that's where I'm
one.
planning to go for the next one.
Meeting somebody
There's
with,
a
like,
group
as like
plus World Up. It only has 80 people in it though, but it's kind of hard to get in right now. So
reach the level that you're at. It's like a great honor to actually meet someone like that.
My upcoming
And obviously,
documentary series.
I listen to a lot of like the Vsojo stuff.
I'm gonna join the
I've heard
queue
your music
for I
before,
think
and
the
you do a lot of great work.
official two. I have 9 friends in official 2, so I'll join the queue there. We'll see if I can sneak in before the end of it. In the meantime, I think what I'll do is I'll drop a portal to that as well,
Oh, thank you.
just so that you guys can see the world. If anyone,
Like check your stuff as well, like after this stream hangout. Yeah, as well.
Speaking of
if you guys are interested,
against the streamies.
Hey gang, I'm
if you guys,
everyone, thank you for the stream.
Thank you for coming.
It was
Nice
great
meeting you too, Chad.
Great meeting you too.
Oh wait.
I had a great time.
Slide fest
On
moment.
YouTube, I'll make sure it's got the right information for all your social medias and everything, so that you know, everyone can find you where they want to find you.
We're going.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going. You guys, you should check
bud.
this out
Before
before.
you head out, obviously, do
Hello.
you mind if I actually choose your friend request? It'd be a great honor.
Of course.
Appreciate it.